Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. Sorry, I accidentally sent a Discord message out saying I was going live, but now I'm actually live, so I sent the message out again. I thought the thumbnail looked pretty all right. You know, really threw some stuff together last minute. Sorry, one sec. We're much better now, but we've got some goofs, some gaffes, some interesting things to look at, some drama, as always. They cloned Tyrone? No. What are you talking about? Top of the morrow, Captain. Yes, indeed. I spent some time trying to figure this out. I'm hoping this will work now. So let me know if you guys can hear this, because I tried to set this up to where you should be able to hear this, but I can't hear this. So I can edit it out of like videos if I'm like when I'm editing them later. You'll understand. Can you hear this?
This is a test super chat message.
So I added like some emojis, some stuff, some different things. I think I'm going to change that one at some point. But then I have this one.
This is a test super
why is that
chat
one
message.
Changed? Oh no, wait, that one's super chat. I clicked the same one twice. That's why. But then I have this as Coley, so I think that'll be good. So now we have a little thing. So we have a little graphics that come up during the stream. Let's go. This is a test super chat message. Good. Good. I'm glad it's coming through. Good. Is it loud? Let me know if it's too loud. But we're going to get started. Yes, indeedy. Let's get into it. I've got some good stuff to start with. Just some goofs I've been finding on Instagram. This is a new attorney. He's everywhere attorney.
Hey man, they was about to lock me up. I got my lawyer on it for real. They gave my license back. I got no jail time and I'm walking away free today. Thanks to my great attorney right here, Matthew Singleton.
Everywhere attorney.
Everywhere attorney. His stories aren't that crazy. He doesn't get like insane clients, but he goes everywhere. That's his whole gimmick, is that you can call him up anywhere. If you have an issue, call up the everywhere attorney. He'll come to you.
I hired Justin Holloman. He sent his hired gun. Not guilty. Everywhere attorney.
Everywhere attorney.
Hi, I called Singleton Matthews and he won my case after trial.
Everywhere attorney.
It's good to have a catchphrase, you know? He actually had a child. I'm not going to watch that one. It looks like he does maybe some family court stuff. Maybe don't get the kids to do the videos too. I don't understand what these numbers are. Are these the different districts? When I said we were going to get to 1,000 appearances and jail visits, see, this says 900, but then his like newer videos, like this one isn't pinned. It says 85. It's just an image. Oh, 55. There we go. To help out number 55 to be winning. Yeah, I don't know why which way he's numbering them. I kind of don't understand. See, like, look, number 80 was the one we watched. This video came out 7 days ago, but number 641 was on July 11th. Maybe he started over. He was like, damn, it's a new year, new me.
Everywhere attorney got my case dismissed.
Maybe that is what it is. That would make more sense, right? 80 in the year already?
Everywhere attorney.
Thank you.
You can tell they're happy. It's all just smiles. Everybody's having a good time.
Hi, I went to everywhereattorney.com and Singleton Matthew handled my case, his 115th case. He got it dismissed. Thank you.
Everywhere attorney.
What about the peak of Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro? I don't know. Got to try it out. See what he says. If he denies it, then you go in the comments and you blast him and you say, "Hey man, I wanted the everywhere attorney, but he said that he only works on like the eastern seaboard. I don't know what to make of this. This is not the everywhere attorney.
Hired Erica King. She sent her hired gun.
He did not want to do this video. He looks a little bit pissed off too. He's like, hey bro, it was written in the contract. Say the fucking lines.
And I was found not guilty for today's charges.
Everywhere attorney.
Said we got it done. He started laughing. That's why it cut so quick. Come on, man. Be a little bit more happy. You just got off. Getting off is always good, whether it's charges or not.
Hey man, call Chen, hide his hot gun, and get.
Okay, and he's been doing this for a minute. Okay, he's a big mover in the game. I didn't realize this. I mean, he's got to let them say the lines. That way you know that they're not directed, so he just waits.
We bring Singh never not guilty of trial. Everywhere attorney.
I don't know what they said. Maybe have them speak one at a time, maybe one word each. The overlap, it muffled everything. It just all became a murmur.
We bring Singh never not guilty of trial. Everywhere attorney.
Yeah, like they were also kind of fucking each other up because they were trying to like say it at the same time. I came into getting off is always good and no context needed. I think it's just a fact.
Okay. Hey guys.
Hey.
Wait. 5 days, 8 counties, 23 courthouses, over 50 appearances, jail visits, motions filed, cases resolved, and trials. And it ended like this. Do you have 5 days, over 50 appearances? Woo. See, he knows how to move smart too. It's not like he's going, oh, I'm going to go, today I have to go from Texas to Chicago. Moving between 8 counties in 5 days and getting this much done. That's why he's doing the jail visits. He's literally walking in there like Better Call Saul and he's like, I can help you. Who sent you? Nobody sent me.
We
Everywhere attorney. That's what he says. Who sent you? Everywhere attorney.
hired Chelsea, but Chelsea ended up sending her hired gun right here. And my husband, he just got off. Not guilty.
Everywhere attorney.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Wait. Was the husband recording? I guess he didn't want to be on camera.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing 10 appearances a day. And again, that's not necessarily like 10 court appearances. It's at 23 courthouses. But jail visits, I guess that includes like going and just talking to clients about their cases. But he has cases resolved and trials that are probably continuous, but still. He's getting a lot done. I mean, if I'm ever in a pickle, I might have to hit him up. The Everywhere Attorney. Give him a follow. He's in Baltimore. He's in Maryland. But
hello, Singleton came all the way down to Annapolis to help clear my name. If you need an attorney, ring Singleton.
Everywhere attorney.
I need to see one in LA and then I'll believe you.
Everywhere attorney.
From Essex to North Ave to Townsend to Centralville to Centerville. The Renton Associate is a rolling stone everywhere. You see that hat? You see that hat is my home. Message me if you want some new everywhere swag. Oh, I'm gonna fucking get some swag. 443-799-2710. Oh my god, I'm saving this one. Let's go. Call him if you need an attorney. Straight up. I need that swag. Now here's something I've said before, and I'm going to say it again. I know this is a staffy, it might be a pure breed, I don't know. But I do just like the idea of You pay $5,000 and you get a dog that can barely breathe. You go to the pound and this is what you can receive. They'll just let you walk out. They'll say, hey, this one kind of likes me. I'll go, here you go. Here's some free food to take. It does depend on where you go, to be honest. People like to say that, but it does depend on the area you're at and the pound or shelter kennel that they have. I thought that dog was a cow. It could be. I mean, what's the actual material difference? Size? Bite strength? Look at those udders. Oh, this one just... Did I have this lined up properly? Okay, I did. So here's what this guy decided to do. He's dropping from this height. Now, I'm not that great at judging distance. I would say this is probably what? At least if this guy's 6 foot, that's got to be like maybe about around 20 feet, maybe like 17 feet, something like that. Full extension, that's got to be 20 feet at least. That's got to be like 20 feet. And he just goes straight down to the knees. Just like it was nothing. Let's get a pause on it. I don't think there was any. Just straight, all the impact down. And then decided to bounce with it too. And the fact he didn't bounce all the way back up is how you know that it was like a bad land. Because if he would have like popped back up all the way and then kind of like stumbled, it's like, okay, maybe there's something there. He straight went, ooh, just landed hard.
Oh my God.
But I think what he needs to go do is have this done. Here, let's see the translation. The benefits of foot cracking include making joints feel wider, reducing muscle stiffness, and providing a light feeling in the feet. Do this if you're flat-footed. Maybe this is all you need to have happen. That guy is going to need this after falling like that. Too many that's and thises and there's. But here, watch this. Oh, I think we can actually listen to this one. The moans, the groans. Just break my feet real quick. And you might think, oh, that doesn't do anything. That won't work. This is all fake. This is all pseudoscience. This isn't actual medicine. And maybe it isn't. Maybe you need something a little bit stronger like this. The movement you see in the beginning after that first crack, they just started wailing. I think that it does. I think they do at some point. At least give them the bite stick. I crack my ankles a lot too. I skated a lot in my youth, and I've rolled my ankles a lot, and so I do get a lot. I need to like stretch them pretty regularly, and then that ends up getting cracks because I do feel some stiffness. I crack my ankles a lot like this. Yeah. This is how I do it. Was his foot broken? Like, I'm just confused. Are they resetting it or are they just cracking it? This is a boxing account, I just realized. Oh, it just says boxing. Wait. This is like torture. This is like literally a form of torture. He's gonna put all his weight. He's gonna just start yanking on this dude's head, trying to pop it off. Stop, I'll pay whatever ransom, please. Leave him alone. And the thumbs up. Did I just witness a murder? No, it's not a murder. This is the torture. After saying this, I think I should click away before I end up seeing something bad. Hello, welcome to Vlad the Impaler's Spawn Massage. It's a... I honestly don't know what this is supposed to be helping. Is this like supposed to realign the spine, maybe? Maybe it's meant to... that's the only thing I can think of. They saw this guy just didn't have a neck. He was like this. And he's like, I can fix that for you. We just need to pull it out. Pull it out of your shoulders. It's this, look. He pulls his full weight off. He pulls his full body up. Feet are still planted, but regardless, just using this guy's head as his counterweight, like, as his balance. Come on, man. Art the Clown finna come bisect bro perfectly in half. That's how it's gonna end. That's if they don't get the information from him. If he ends up if the torture doesn't work and they don't get the information they were looking for, then they let Art the Clown come in and finish him off. They just get it ready. Now here's something that everyone might need here and there. The human body has the ability to heal itself. I just guide her out. So I think that maybe this guy is repairing this man's sexual vitality. You know, he's just making sure that his sexual energy is strengthened. Let's get a watch on this. Oh, I forgot there is audio. Start doing this daily. He's just aligning chakras. That's all that's happening here. Aligning very important chakras. Don't forget. Don't play ignorant. We want a fun poll? Here, let me see. Let me see if I have any available. I need to make a new list. I had created a pretty good list. Okay, I have 2 left. They're not that good. This one's decent. I guess I'll do this one first. Which monster would you actually befriend? We're just gonna leave this video up while I get this poll ready. Which monster would you actually befriend? Would you befriend a tiny dragon with no fire safety? The laundry room ghost. Maybe they'll listen to you as you talk to them, but maybe they'll steal your clothes or destroy them, rip them apart. Who knows? They're a ghost after all. They're here for a reason. Or a zombie with your special interest. So this zombie enjoys the things that you do together, but they can't really converse about it. It's just a lot of groans and mumbles, which is fine, you know. They can't write, you know, they can't read really either. It's more just about the vibes. They can experience it well. Or a real troll. So if you tell them about the things you see on the internet, they're going to act as an internet troll. But in real life, they might hang out under bridges and tell people riddles. They might try and steal someone's child, and you're going to have to deal with that, the consequences of if your friend does that. They are your friend after all. So which monster would you accidentally, sorry, let me just put actually. Or let me just put befriend. Who says actually? Who cares? That's an added word that's unnecessary. Which monster would you befriend? A tiny dragon with no fire safety, laundry room ghost, zombie with your special interest. I'll just put with a shared. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, with your special interest is fine. Or a real troll. Start the poll. Is this edging? It depends on what he's thinking about, I think. I believe that is the actual caveat. Like, depending on whatever... Here we go. Sorry, I am a little tired today. I'm trying to wake up. We're just saying things. Getting the day started. You want to know what I do instead of coffee in the morning? I drink soda or tea. I mostly drink tea, but we had some soda today. Woo! Woo! Get my caffeine, get my energy. Woo! It is Friday, baby. I feel like the ghost is least invasive in my life and routine, like a roommate with no mess. Fair enough. Well, they could start a mess if you leave stuff in the laundry for too long. You got to make sure you clear it out. If you leave it sitting, then it might become a problem, you know what I mean? Fizzy bubbly, yes, you need a fizzy bubbly to wake up. But here's a good juggler. I found this, I think, last night. I have 2 juggling videos back to back. I was like actually put into a trance by this, because you can see he kind of guides it using the chain, so he doesn't always grab them perfectly on the ball, which I think does make it, it's not less impressive, but it helps explain how he's doing it so flawlessly. But it's still just incredible. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I really don't know how they're doing that. Like, I understand it's just a lot of practice. I can juggle like one rotation or whatever you'd call it. One sequence. But doing something like this, I've never been able to get. Like, I could never understand. When I was in middle school, I knew a girl that could juggle pretty well. I've always found juggling really cool and really interesting, but it's one of those things where I feel like you can either do it or you can't. Like, you're going to practice and you might be able to get good at it, but to get to this level, I feel like you just have to have something in your brain that just works a little different. But now this is possible. Anybody can do this. If you practice hard enough, if you train, you set your sights high, you too can accomplish this and become a Guinness World Record holder. Come on, do it. Lift them. Throw and throw. Because this is pretty easy. As long as you can get the height on them, they're pretty easy to catch. I'm kind of confused as to what the record is for. Is it the weight of the juggling? Is it the amount of times tires were juggled? Because I would need to then see the full video. This was cut a little short. But if it's just the fact he used tires at all, I'll give him props. I'll give him props for that any day. Hey, throw some rims on those babies. This is weak man work. What, do you sit at a desk all day, brother? What do you think this is? This is how my pappy used to change tires. You're acting like this a world record? Get your strength up, then we'll talk. But I need to follow him, actually. Circus Strongman. Can we figure out what this man is training for? Honestly, in a fight, as the shorter person, a headbutt is a good method. It's not a bad move in a fight. If you're in a fight and you need to throw a headbutt, make sure that you are at a lower angle than the person you're trying to headbutt, because there is a good counter to a headbutt. And it's a pretty simple one. As a shorter individual, you will be able to counter the headbutt really easily with this one. Just turn your head down. Just let them hit the top of your head with the front of their head. Trust me. You got hair, you got a thick skull. If they end up hitting their nose or like, you know, their brow wrong, it can end up being a bad night. So maybe that's what he's training for. He needs to make sure that his head's ready for the next bar brawl. This is just how bald people fight. You're right. You know, people think about it. Martial arts. You got hands. You've got feet. You've got elbows and knees. You've got your legs. You got everything. You got your forearms, or you've got your head. People forget about that one. You know, it's like the one WWE diva that uses her hair as a whip. It's a good one. It's a good move. I'm telling you. The top of the skull is the thinnest part, Captain. Hey. Let me just tell you, it's worked. Well, I don't mean like, let him hit the soft spot, let him hit the back. I mean like, you know, the general, like, front top. Where your forehead, you know, when your hairline starts receding, you want him to hit like up here. Of course, you don't want him to hit like the very tip top of your skull. Turn all the way over. They just headbutt the back of your head. Let them do that. You look down and they just headbutt literally the top of the back of your head and you just pass out. Get knocked out immediately. Now that's a move. That's all about timing. Can time it just right. That's why you go throwing your head around just like this. Bob and weave, see? Move around, they threw a punch. He slipped it. Back of the head, headbutt. Foreheads bleed like so much. Yeah, but noses also break much easier. I'd rather have a bloody, a little bit of a cut on my forehead than a smashed in nose, if I'm being honest. And he was smart here, though, see? It's not just a wooden log, as you can tell. As you can see here, the wooden log is wrapped in saran wrap, I believe, to actually mitigate from the cuts that could be sustained from this activity, from this training regimen. The type of shit I used to do while my single mom was overstimulated and trying to get me ready for school on time. Yeah, we remember those days. Back in the day when I was just trying to have a good time. We weren't worried about things like concussions or CTE. What, I'm a little dizzy? Put me back in, coach. Throwback to last year's Junior Cascade Classic Gold Ball Tournament. I was a little confused. I can't tell, are they blindfolded? Oh, they are. They are. They literally lie flat on their side to try and prevent the ball from coming. Look how unenthusiastic this entire crowd is.
Let's go! Hey, refocus now. Walk this ball. Walk this ball. Jump in on left.
Are you guys allowed to coach like that? Because I would start coming up with quadrants. I'd be like, ball's in first quadrant, heading to third. Yo, it just hits. Because what would it be? It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You just go like 9, like a 9 square. And so you'd go, it's coming in through the first quadrant. It's heading into the 5th. Oh, cut it off before it hits the 9th. It's going for a corner shot. Coaching could really help them here, I think.
There we go. Caleb, take this.
They're going for it. And see, they've got to get their blocking together. Again, we're talking quadrants here. We're talking quadrants. Someone get 9 and 7. Someone get 5. If we have 9, 7, and 5, we have all spatial. We have the full board blocked. We have nothing to worry about. But no. Everybody wants to slide over to 9 when they should have stayed in 5. Sideline coaching it might be kind of distracting. No, it's the only thing that they have. They're all blind. They're all blindfolded. It's goal ball. Y'all want to go play some goal ball real quick? Sounds kind of fun. And then we have a couple tunes, I think. I think the rest of this is just tunes. Yes, and then a Trisha Cheated thing. But here's some tunes. I'm ready for the thaw. We're ready for the thaw. It's almost time. Here's another one. I think these were all just like very beautiful pieces. Honestly, I've realized that I really do like just pure instrumental covers of songs. Like if you can get something that has like a little bit of some riffing, you know, some interesting instruments as well, it usually adds to the effect quite a bit. This one's just an electric piano. Electric Piano Co. Big ass wah wah on the on the piano. Oh, sorry. The other instrument is called a harpeggi. It's a harpeggi. I've looked them up before. They're like fucking super expensive. They're so goddamn expensive. That last bit. It's so good. I don't think I've looked at this guy's account much. Yeah, I think he just does a lot of different stuff. That seems to be the most interesting one. At least from what I'm seeing. You know, I'm going to actually save this one for next Tuesday when we do another music stream. Maybe this one too. You know what? I'll save both of those for the next music stream, because I think I have some other ones as well. Random calls. Stop calling me. Okay, yes. So these last two. Can you really rap? So if you're a real rapper, you'd be able to rap over this beat.
Here this be puss, fam. I got the eye of the tiger. That fool. Well, here's some.
I just love that it just started bleeping everything out. I don't think there are any through the rest of the song, but that part just made me crack up so much.
But about to blow true. I love light though. My rhyme's dynamite, homie. Go ahead and call me live. Nah, homie, I'm for real. I'm just joking for fun. I'll laugh it up, homie.
Are you for real or are you just joking? You gotta let me know.
But you can come get some. I'll keep it 100, fam. The buck stop here. Doesn't pedal out yourself. But I can look in the mirror. Here this be puss, fam. I got the eye of the tiger. That fool. Well, here's some fire, but about to blow true. I love light though. My rhymes.
He's kind of got a point. I mean, if we're being completely honest, we can't discredit him or his swag. He's coming through. He's got a GI Joe shirt, but it's jujitsu. Rolling is half the battle. I don't know if it's supposed to look like GI Joe, but that is what it looks like to me. So here is Rich Lux claiming Trisha Paytas cheated on Moses Hackman?
Trisha Paytas cheated on her husband Moses Hackman? Let's talk about it.
The also saying sorry to somebody else is kind of crazy too. Who's Benny? Wait, who's Benny? Now I need to figure this part out.
Paytas cheated on her husband Moses Hackman? Let's talk about it.
I don't know. Does anybody know who Benny is? I need to hear that part again. Is that what she said? Is Benny his partner, maybe? Maybe?
Okay, so is that cheating? She's on the red carpet. She kissed the guy. And if you look...
Here's the thing. It's only cheating if it completely depends on the boundaries within their relationship. But I mean, I get the vibe that Moses would probably consider this cheating, but maybe I'm just in the wrong and they don't think that. Is it Benny Johnson? Maybe. It was Benny Johnson. Benny, yes, Benny and the Jets. Okay. We're getting closer, I think.
Look back, I think they might slip a little tongue in there. But I was thinking, like, if it was the other way around, and Moses Hackman, her husband, was on the red carpet and kissed another woman, I don't think, and you know how jealous Trisha is and how vindictive. We've been following her for years. You know she would not like it if it was the other way around. So now people are saying that she did cheat on her husband. People are saying that she didn't cheat on her husband. Her job was to be on the red carpet and just interviewing the celebrities that were coming down. But now it's looking like... What do you guys think about that in the comment section down below? In my opinion, I don't think she should have. And it was just more than a kiss. If you watch the video back.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it just feel. I mean, I guess people that are in like monogamous relationships just will find it odd. But if that's not their thing, then it's fair enough. But it definitely feels odd, regardless. I'll never understand like kissing as just a as meant to be just like a friendly thing, like in any regard. What is this other guy's name?
He was embracing her. There was a lot of that. So it wasn't very decent, but we'll see. What do you think about that in the comments down below? This is Rich Lux, the hottest celebrity news and gossip online. Trisha Paytas cheated on her husband Moses Hochman. Let's talk about it.
What does this say? O'Connor. I see O'Connor. What's the name? I cannot, I don't know what this guy's name is. It's like blocked off both here and here. We all kiss our homies on the mouth. Is it Terrence? Is that it? Terrence O'Connor? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, so I think Benny is Terrence O'Connor's former partner. So it says Benito Skinner, but they amicably split in October 2025 after 9 years. They announced that in October. So either he's in a new relationship or he's not currently in a relationship, which makes it even more like, I'm sorry, if I'm Moses, I don't care if you're straight or gay or bisexual, don't kiss my wife. Don't kiss, it's like, it's not cool. Don't kiss my partner. It does just feel disrespectful on some level, but Clarence. See, you're coming up with more options than I did. I was like, rents. I could not come up with a name for that.
Okay, so is that cheating? She's on the red.
I'm poly, but I wouldn't be stoked. Like, from what I understand, most of the time it comes down to like an understanding in the relationship about the kind of relationships that you have. And the fact that she's saying sorry immediately kind of draws one to believe that there's probably something kind of off about it. That's at least a thought, I think. What is this one? Oh. Yeah, it's because it's so blatant. Yeah, I don't know. Trisha doesn't care about anyone but herself. I do also think this Terrence guy is somewhat odd for initiating a kiss, like for a picture or something. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel like it's weird to do that in like a friendly setting regardless. And I understand a lot of people do it. Like I've seen, like, it's not uncommon. I just save my kisses. I've learned what happens if you just give your kisses away. She's probably getting back at Moses for something. I don't know, though. I can see that, too. But what do we think of this? The University of Ica, I'll say Ica for now, has an agreement to receive custody of 2 pregnant tridactyls similar to Maria. So here, I'll do the translation for you.
Sobresalido.
Sorry, I'll just mute it. An elongated, protruding face. Yes, those characteristics. What is the majority opinion of your colleagues about these mummies? Do they... God, why these subtitles are coming up so quick. Do they think they are authentic? Yes, look, when they invited us to Mexico, to the public hearing, organized by the Chamber of Deputies, we brought a statement from the research team. I am the director of the project, and we brought with us a signed statement from all of the team members, the majority of whom are doctors, and we all arrived at the conclusion that the bodies are completely authentic. Recently, the Ministry of Culture, who said they were fake, took Maria. Before the congressional hearing took place in Peru, and the radiologist from the Social Security of Ica told them that the bodies were completely natural. There were no modifications. But there's more. There are still some bodies that some people have that are going to be delivered to the university because that's the agreement that we have. There are 2 mummies that Maria, that are pregnant. Oh my God. Oh. Who is this? Can't see the face. What are you talking about? This is somebody from the University of Ica or something. Sorry, I forgot the chat was there. Purely blocked his face. And according to the tomographic scan, they have fetuses. No. And the fetuses are identical. Identical, like the mother, like Maria, its father, or more like Mario, its father, because these have 3 fingers on the hands and 3 toes on the feet. It would be crazy to think that someone has faked a fetus. Yes, that is impossible. Why would that be impossible? Oh my goodness, look. They're real. Look, you can see 3 fingers and 3 toes. You can't fake this stuff. Pregnant Mario? I've seen this before. Pregnant Mario? I remember it. It's real, see? Look at how clear this photo is. Can't you all tell? And listen to Tom DeLonge. Listen, Tom DeLonge on the significance of UFOs.
Can you help us understand, like, what's the significance of UFOs? Like,
they're not coming from, well, I should say it this way. The significance of UFOs is multiple parts, but number one, it's not what you think it is. It's not coming from other planets. The evidence doesn't suggest that.
Interdimensional.
Yes. And the reason is because time is parallel. It's not linear, or it's not like we start here and go forward in time. Time is side by side, which means everything in the past and the future is existing in this moment, but within different frequencies. So a civilization that's at the end of their technological cycle could build a submarine that changes its voltage and materializes in that same location, just into our timeline. And then fucking, it's crazy.
That was well articulated.
Steve-O's too nice sometimes. Come on, Tom. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot think. I cannot sleep tonight. Need somebody and always. This, I can't remember the lyrics in all of that song. Same key of E vibe. Can physical particles transfer from dimension to dimension? Well, string theory states that we can have multiple multiple dimensions overlapping at once. I came in at a weird time. We're listening to Tom DeLonge explain the reality of UFOs. It's not what you think.
Everything in the past and the future is existing in this moment, but within different frequencies.
It's all just different frequencies. You guys just aren't fucking listening to him. Moving on. Moving along swiftly. I started getting some recommendations from the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. And they honestly, I'm pretty sure that their subreddit is just a snark subreddit because all they do is just shit on them all day. Bappa can barely speak English and he's adding another 1-2 hours of solo podcasting per week. Leaked mothership emails between Brandon and Joe. This might just be a joke. I swear, all I see from this subreddit is them just shitting on the Fighter and the Kid. But I did think this was a crazy thing when I saw it. So, Bappa married to a Mexican, but gets triggered when the family speaks Spanish because he's too dumb to learn the language. If anybody doesn't remember, Brendan Schaub, this is my favorite thing about Brendan Schaub. Who remembers this? This one.
I also believe in the land mooning.
The what?
The land mooning.
The land mooning?
The mooning.
Moon landing?
The landing on the moon. Jesus Christ. All this Diet Coke's fucking up my brain.
Sorry, I can't believe the song, but all this Diet Coke's fucking on my brain, and literally, it's just showing him getting CTE from fucking the UFC. He wasn't a great fighter. He wasn't a terrible fighter, but he probably got in during the era when they started becoming great fighters in the UFC. So he faced a lot of monsters that absolutely destroyed his brain. But it's all the Diet Coke, actually. But here is, for those who don't remember, in his comedy special, he talks about a Mexican cookie. His wife was talking about making Mexican cookies, and he said, "What's a Mexican cookie? Is a chocolate chip with salsa on it?" Amazing joke, great delivery, great setup. You know, you don't see it anymore. You know, most of the time, people aren't coming up with jokes; they're just telling anecdotes. Brendan Schaub is really ahead of the curve. What can I say? But here he is getting pissed off that his wife speaks Spanish at all.
Who the fuck is Marshall? Don't just say that. I don't know that fucking
Last
guy.
night I popped off because Joanna's aunt staying with us.
Yeah.
Her English isn't great, but, you know, it's not terrible.
Yeah, the Fighter and the Kid should be renamed to the Pussy Who Quit and the Chopped Ass Song. You know what's crazy? Is like, why is it the Fighter and the Kid? Because Brendan is the fighter. He's supposed to be the kid. This is the kid. Or is it meant to be ironic? Because if it's meant to be ironic, then maybe it is calling out that Brendan isn't much of a fighter.
Last night I popped off because Joanna's aunt staying with us.
Yeah.
Her English isn't great, but, you know, it's not terrible.
How's your Spanish?
Awful. I speak no Spanish. But we're all the kids are the. How long you been together and you don't speak
Forever.
Spanish?
Dude, he'll never.
You just gave. No, what am I going to pick it up in my mid-30s?
Well, yeah, but
well, no, but no. I'm in America. I speak English, right? So we're around the dinner table and they're talking, dude, for an hour. The entire conversation in Spanish. I'm just staring out the wall and finally go, well, fuck me. Well, I'm just going to sit here and stare at the fucking wall while you guys have a great dinner. Dude.
Yeah.
It literally, it just Spanish. I'm like, after 45 minutes, I went, I feel it's disrespectful.
A little bit, right?
A little bit.
You're just
I have no clue what they're talking about.
Left out.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about. The cow whips, the whip scene with Steven Crowder. I always forget his name. What is it? Brian Callen, that's it. Here, I gotta look on Too Lazy to Try.
But now that all this information has come out, looking back on it, he's probably being serious on a daily basis. I don't know if it's worth it.
Do I just need to go on his act? It's actually posted on Steven Crowder's. Oh, I thought it was Stephen Crowder. No, he's a true Steven. Brian. Didn't he also eventually get fired from that show? Is that not true? Am I crazy? I want to find the actual clip. Oh, here it is. And again, it's on the fighter and the kid. I'm telling you, their own Reddit hates them. I don't know if they can maybe get it deleted because of that. Maybe they should, because it's literally on their own subreddit.
Give me that milk. Give me that milk.
Half of the stuff done on Steven Crowder's show, or done for Steven Crowder, is basically just to fulfill his wild fantasies that he can't live out, that he wants to repress. But sorry. Let me get back to the fighter and the kid.
How long you been together and you don't speak Spanish?
Forever. Dude, he'll never.
You just gave. No, what am I going to pick it up in my mid-30s?
Well, yeah, but
well, no, but no. I'm in America. I speak English, right? So we're around the dinner table and they're talking.
Saying no, I'm in America, I speak English about your wife is absolutely insane.
Dude, for an hour, the entire conversation in Spanish. I'm just staring out the wall and finally go, well, fuck me. Well, fuck.
The fact he's taking it as a slight, like he's taking it as some kind of act against him, when clearly they're just trying to make the conversation as comfortable as possible for your guest. For the person that's the guest in your home. But you're like, well, I'm more important than my guests. It's my home. Yeah, bro, you should live by yourself then. You shouldn't have, maybe you don't have a family.
I'm just going to sit here and stare at the fucking wall while you guys have a great dinner. Dude.
Yeah.
It just...
Go watch TV or something. I don't know. Go. Be like, okay, if you guys want to keep having your conversation, I got to be honest, I don't understand what you guys are saying. So I'm going to go... I'm gonna go watch Teletubbies or something. I don't know what he gets on to.
Spanish. I'm like, after 45 minutes, I went, I feel it's disrespectful.
A little bit, right?
A little bit.
You're just.
I have no clue what they're talking about.
Left out.
Nothing. So I'm like, I should go eat in another room.
No, what I'm going to do? No. You're going to. Go,
are we enjoying the food I bought?
You're going to go figure out a way to pay for your house.
Yeah.
And all the bills.
And y'all can't speak
all the food.
Only language I speak. Is that not crazy, dude?
Yeah.
So from the Bronx.
Oh, he's from the Bronx. Okay,
dude. Yeah. So from the Bronx. Who the fuck is Marshall?
From the Bronx. No Spanish in the Bronx. I'm telling you. Maybe he's going to talk about there being a lot of people speaking Spanish. And here is Wet Noodle, Deaf Noodle again, on campus trying his hand at the Change My Mind meta. He's done this before. Did he take that video down? I had his channel pulled up for a minute. One sec. Deaf Noodles. because he had done a video with somebody else that was on the street. No, he might have taken it down, sadly enough.
We're going to be talking about...
We're going to be talking about... Honestly, ever since he changed his whole style, he needs to change his inflection. That's the reason he's not getting good viewership. You've got to be coming through like this. You've got to be a real news anchor here, Deaf Noodles. You sound like a whiny Reddit bro.
Are you a male
like this? He's been doing this for a while.
feminist?
My male feminist. I believe that both sexes deserve equal rights. So if you
That's not what I asked. Are you a male feminist?
If that's what you mean by feminist, that both like what do you mean by feminist?
Just we've already defined what feminism is. Are you a male feminist?
Do we agree on the definition of feminism? That
feminism
of like let's say like first.
Dude,
or
you don't
second.
have to like
So you're a male feminist. So you believe that men should be killed in the street for being a man, and nobody should ever be a man ever in their life. This is like the line of questioning he tries to go down. I actually can't wait for him to do a singular political debate. It would be amazing. Jokes on jokes.
Go in and break it down 1,000 ways. Yes or no? Are you a male feminist?
Equal rights. I believe in equal rights for both sexes.
How is every co-host Ethan has had just insane now? After 3 times, we got to look inwards. I do got to say, it does prove that Ethan can never say, I'm a good judge of character. Ethan is a fucking abysmal judge of character. You know what I mean? Like, I think that he's got the right idea and is trying to move towards good things, but he's too willing to look past some things, I think.
So
wait.
Unlike you, I don't play these like fucking label games.
Are you a male feminist? That's the question. Hi folks, today we're going to be looking at a debate we did toward the end of last year at Glendale Community.
One cause of divorce.
Which do you think causes divorce more?
No,
the legalization of divorce in the 60s or double income houses?
No, you know what caused divorce in the 60s was the sexual revolution. That was the #1 thing that caused
So the legalization of divorce.
The no fault divorce laws were
So how does it make sense? So
catastrophe.
people who are like having obviously a family, they have a wife and kids, their primary thing is supporting their family, right? We can agree that like that's their primary thing. They're trying to do everything in their power to support their family.
I just love that the meta is always just going on college campuses to do it. Do I just need to go stalk out college campuses to find these guys that are stalking out the college kids? I become the stalker. You know what I mean? I also just love how shitty his sign is. Like, it's actually just terrible. Why did he do this? This is actually garbage. Ice is good. Prove me wrong. It's such a fucking vague, nothing like statement. Ice is good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like chilled drinks. I prefer my drinks a little bit warm. It really depends on what you want, really. You know, they say that warm water is actually better for you. Drinking cold water can actually... like, he's actually just a complete dunce. Ethan just likes who he likes, lol. It's not a value statement on them. That's fair. I mean, look at how often he's willing to look at, like, Rod Blagojevich, whatever his name is, and be like, oh, now we're gonna be good pals. That's all it takes. Just one little funny moment. Yeah, it looks worse than most lemonade stands. I mean, this bottom part he didn't even try. Prove me wrong. He wrote it in like just as quickly as possible. Ice is good. You know, he this is like his second time doing it, and that's why he was just like, fuck it, whatever, it's fine. No, this is definitely worse than 10-year-old lemonade stand. 10-year-old lemonade stand, like, they're trying to sell their lemonade. They're like, he should draw some ice cubes on here so we know. He should put And the funniest part is the people that go and try and dunk on these college students are also usually the ones that like can't argue the side that they're on, because you could come up with like decent arguments like in a debate setting. They aren't necessarily morally you won't necessarily be morally consistent or morally good, but you could still be like consistent within your point at the very least. But people like Death Noodles are just trying to get the most simple gotchas, and I can see that's why that guy was trying to avoid. Does this guy stand here for the full hour? I'm sorry, bro, this was not worth your time. How does it end?
That China is actually not a communist country because they're using capitalism.
No, you know what they call it? They call it communism with Chinese characteristics.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. Yeah, they loosened up because they were failing. Because when they took a severe communist, a socialist approach, the people were literally starving to death.
Yeah. What do you think socialism is?
Huh?
What do you think socialism is?
Socialism is simply the state is the most important entity in the nation. It's more important than the individual, and the individual 100% has to support the state. It's collectivism over it's collectivism completely divorced from individualism.
And that was just a bastardization of what socialistic values are, but I guess that is just a capitalist view or a because I mean it's not divorced of individualism. It's just that
people were literally
it'd be the hierarchy of importance, like which everybody would agree with, that like I don't think that my personal anger should outweigh the life of somebody else, right? That's an individualist like perspective. Oh, I'm angry, I want this person gone or like out of life. Doesn't mean I should be allowed to kill them just because that's what the individual wants. But the other individual wants to live. Well, I guess it comes down to who can do it first then, right? I mean, it's all just the thing is arguing any of these like conversations. It's like they're all theories for a reason. Like we're supposed to be kind of figuring out what like individual aspects of different like political theory and social and economic theory, and then like applying that to the current economy and governmental policies. Because obviously there's nothing that's going to work like in like a free market doesn't work if you have a totally free market. That's never going to work, because then you're open to things like true monopolization and other faults. I don't know anyone who has ever been in high school debate. I almost think it only exists in movies. My school had like a debate club thing, and I almost wish I was a part of it, but I think it would have been boring because of the topics. Like I feel like we would have ended up just having to debate a bunch of nothing, and that would have been annoying. Kick streamer Captain Crack Sparrow becomes first tourist to live stream from Antarctica, then gets his Starlink confiscated and ship internet turned off from Captain once he gets back to the ship, because it's illegal. So I thought this was interesting. And the part I found like kind of extra interesting about this is how many people, because this has been posted a couple different places and people are turning it into theories. I saw people joking about the theories in this comment section. Yeah, talking about like flat earth and stuff. Because some people are genuinely being like, they don't want you to see the ice wall. The ice wall is there and they don't want you to record it. That's the whole reason. The only debate stuff we ever did was we did a mock trial in middle school. I remember that. And it was just like I think we did Little Red Riding Hood. Or maybe we did Goldilocks, and Goldilocks was on trial for breaking and entering.
Okay, cool. It's not such devices. They are not anything that is related to the internet connection. Cybersecurity is completely forbidden.
Really? So no one's allowed to have a star on land?
Nope, not even a single piece of internet.
Really? On land?
That is not secure. No.
Is that for like all of it? I'm just asking questions. I'm not arguing with you. For all of Antarctica?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. For all, it's available for all ships. It's not only this ship, all the ships around.
I thought my laptop exploded because you were hearing that buzzing. Everybody's computer and TV just starts going woo.
And especially this one, we have cybersecurity. We have policies to follow. Unfortunately, we cannot let you.
Right, bring it on land.
Yeah.
And that's for every ship in Antarctica?
Yeah, for everybody.
Okay.
But our procedures, they are very strict. And such devices, they are not allowed, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. That's fine. Thank you for informing us. I apologize if there was any issue. I just didn't. I didn't see any problem with it, like online when I was researching and stuff. But you're the captain.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sorry for taking you away from your station. I apologize. Hey.
Hello.
Looking for me or?
Not really. No.
Oh, okay. That's just how it smells.
I just want to tell you that it's not nice that you stream us online. So just for your information, we have no more internet access from now for the rest of the cruise.
Okay, can I turn off my stream then? Because I need like 2 minutes to like turn off my server.
No, your internet is gone now.
Oh, I can't.
Wow. Wait, was he really just... That's actually kind of crazy, the way that timing on that.
Yeah.
No, your internet is gone now. He went like this over the phone and it just completely fucking just stopped. Everything went dead. He hit him with an EMP. Hit him with a quick EMP. You know, it happens. But now we get into the little bit of stuff. iDubbbz accidentally opens his cringe notes on stream. So we have iDubbbz, and then that's going to move us into the actual topic here. Someone actually outlined it pretty all right, which I thought was nice. But this was the first post I wanted to check out. iDubbbz accidentally opens his cringe notes on stream. I don't think... God, excuse me. I don't think I looked at these on stream yet. I thought this was so funny. So he accidentally pulled this up. So it says Bluetooth headphones speaker option for activities. So I'm assuming this is like... the way he worded this is so weird. Bluetooth headphones / speaker option for activities, which maybe means like donation goals that do certain things, I guess. Volume master browser extension. Please, Amelia. Use a timer plugin, or so he basically had a Lakari moment, but he was just lucky that it wasn't anything bad. Use a timer plugin or something for the start of stream and for break. The fact that he needs a timer is kind of, maybe he means to put that on stream that he's timing himself. That's kind of interesting. Spitting facts, not smoking pots. Weird. Maybe he's gonna add this as a sound bit. He's like, oh, I need this for the soundboard. We are up stream button. He's got all of his soundboard, notes here. What he's gonna add to the stream. Play Peak by Rob Ford, or play Peak with Rob Ford. Okay, just playing some Peak. Maybe you need to go check out his stream. Go watch his Peak performance. Outlast Trials with Nancy Pelosi. Okay, little streamer note for him. AB saying, I want to fuck him into ass. And you know he added this because he's just such a he's such a silly chungus. Oh, such a silly internet boy. Let's see your notes, Captain. What do I have open right now? Let me actually not show you guys because it might be all my passwords. You gotta have all those things secured, stored. The only thing I actually had on my notes, surprisingly enough, was this. It was a timestamp for something. I don't remember what this timestamp was for or for what video. But it was something I needed to cut out. So there you go. I've showed you guys my some of my notes before. I remember one time I showed my quotes because I'm deep. Maybe I'll open that one up again. Yeah, quoting myself because I'm so deep. We are the tapestry of humanity, and we form our pattern. I'm telling you, I'm so deep. Some of these just aren't even working now, too. I think some of these I've deleted. I'm trying to open some of them. Deleted all the lolly links I see. See, I'll just never understand people that save any type of porn link. It seems highly unnecessary, right? Like, isn't the hunt part of the fun? Like any porn link, I don't get people saving porn images, saving videos, saving links to videos, saving like stuff in your like, is your memory that bad? Do you have that many favorite videos? Like, that's the other part. Like, how many things are you saving? It's so odd. I would never want to be the horse. Wait. We ain't Mr. Hands over here. I'm okay. But here, let me continue. So these are, again, I think these are sound bites he wants to add. So AB saying, I want to fuck him into ass. Fart. Bazinga. Clap if you think they should suffer, Wendy Williams, so he's going to steal that one. Wake up, he's going to take the wake up. Succulent Chinese meal. Interesting. Oh, brother, this guy stinks from SpongeBob. I'm gay, crippling depression. Wait, is he talking about his old I'm gay, like, meme sound that was popular for a while? Because didn't he do that? Wasn't that both of them? Was he went, I'm gay, and then also did I have crippling depression? I think he did both of those. The are you gay, why are you gay thing, you are gay. He has a lot of gay ones, a lot of just calling people gay in here. Interesting. All I have is Alex saying it, I think.
You gay?
God, I keep messing it up. Or actually, I switched up the Alex one for the other sound, I think. Can't have too many Alex the Fiction sounds on here. Because now we have this one.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
But I have
You gay?
I do still have that one from Jesse Lee Peterson. Barramundi Frank. Thank you for the prime. And then these are, or no, Hadestown Mind Blown. Are these songs? Chicago, Epic Sauce. Cell Block Tango, that's the one that's throwing me off. Cell Block Tango. Maybe that's like a YouTube song, like a YouTube video. Oops. Oh, and then he opened this up too. Stream improvements. Oh, wait. I'm realizing it was a Google Notes. Oh, it wasn't even his notes. It was his Google documents. Copy pastas. He has a page of copy pastas. That's interesting. Safe Sex Song. Did he write a song called the Safe Sex Song? Some stream info. I love that he has copy pastas. He has a thing of copy pastas. Oh, is that another Chicago song? Okay, that makes sense. He's a big Chicago guy. Yeah, he has just Chicago on his fucking Google Docs. He doesn't know how to make a playlist on Spotify. He's like, I gotta remember the names of these songs. Ladybug chat. Wait, what was he watching here? Is this a song playing? Yeah, so this is, it's their song from Ladybug and Chat Noir. I knew a girl in high school that watched this, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Is this a good show? Am I tripping? It's just something about it. It looks so bad.
No, man. You're such a loser.
Yeah.
That's it. They're just showing it again. But now, we're here to see. iDubbbz believes Charlie, Penguin Zero, is part of the right-wing pipeline. And this comes from Chris Kunzler's stream. So Chris Kunzler did a stream. Or are these all just clips from this? I thought they maybe had links to the actual thing. Sorry, I added this one in a little late. I think that's this one. No. What day was this? Was this for 2 days ago? I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull up the actual thing here. Am I just crazy? Am I going insane? Well, regardless, we can just go with this then. It's fine. Cruel World Happy Mind, iDubbbz, and Noah Samson discussed Ethan amongst other things on Chris Kunzler's stream. And so this is a summary with Reddit posts and Reddit threads. I want to find the actual stream real quick, but I don't know which one it is. It looks like it would be this one. Like I see this hoodie or the same jacket. I don't think he's wearing a blue shirt underneath though. How long ago was this? It's 11 days ago? No. Now I just feel crazy. Is it the latest live? That's just like a different shirt. Did he change shirts or something? Because he's live right now. He's live currently. Oh, okay. Thank you. It's on the No Politics Here. Okay. It's from a day ago. Because I was like, this just happened. What the hell? Okay. So it's from the No Politics Here podcast. So iDubbbz joins pretty early on. So Noah Samson, then iDubbbz, then Cruel World Happy Mind. And then did they really get them in as a panel at some point? Yeah, they get them in like this. This guy kind of looks like Noah just a little bit, doesn't he? There's like a shared energy here. They look like they could be brothers. But I do want to first just look at a few of these clips, and then maybe we can get a little bit more context from the actual stream itself, if we think that it's necessary. So let's take a look here. But if you want to go check it out, this is the full stream. It is 5.5 hours. Quite a long stream. I should get mod privilege for that layup. You know what, Ethan? You've been here a while. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Let's go. The most mean girl, high school bully ass people you will ever see in one place. Nah, yeah, that's basically the energy of this. I did just think this was so ridiculous though. iDubbbz believes Charlie, Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, is part of the right-wing pipeline. And he's saying this as somebody who used to be a part of the right-wing pipeline. Tried to look up a YouTube version of this clip so I could get maximum context, but it doesn't really matter. This is an objectively insane, in spite of reality take. This is purity over actual politics. Charlie has been going at the Trump admin and their policies for months, actually years, because of a previous incident with one of his foreign players being mistreated by the U.S. government. He is not a safe place for the alt-right at all. Almost every other day, if not every day at times, is him clowning on some insane crap the government has said or done. In fact, he just dropped another video 32 minutes ago at the time of writing about this. To me, this is proof that iDubbbz hasn't changed who he is, just changed targets, a brogressive, if you will. And I kind of like this term, a brogressive, because I think that kind of encapsulates the, like, Hassan as well. I feel like Hassan is a brogressive. Yeah, purity testing is very cringe.
The thing that kind of...
But here, let's check this out and hear what iDubbbz actually has to say.
The thing that kind of...
Why is he making... Does he have something in his mouth? Why is he making this face? He looks like he has something hot in his mouth that he's trying not to, like... He doesn't want to take out. He's like...
First stands out to me is that I never...
Oh, maybe he was drinking water and had to, like, swish it through his teeth a couple times.
The thing that kind of first stands out to me is that I never perceived 2016 iDubbbz to be ideologically like right wing or ideologically hateful in the way.
What? I don't think that 2016 iDubbbz was political at all, but the whole thing is that we need to understand there's like a thing that people say where art is inherently political. Oh, thank you so much for the one Cabin Quasar gifted membership. I probably spoke over that, didn't I? Sorry, I need to remember. Let it sit for a second. It actually played that time. Did it play properly? I need to make sure these things are working. I'm thinking I need to make a triple Coley for the gifted membership, so there's 3 of him, because that way it like makes more sense for the gifted.
Hateful in the...
But I don't think iDubbbz was politically like motivated much in that time. I do think that there is a saying that like all art is inherently political, and while I do think that that is true, I don't think that all artists are intending to make political pieces. So just because you can pull some kind of politics from the circumstances surrounding a certain piece of art, like that is to say, like you can break down like the reasons that a person was in strife, their economic situation that caused them to create a certain piece that is a representation of their existence. So I understand it being political in that sense, but that doesn't mean that every artist is intending to do something political. And I don't think that iDubbbz was intending to do anything political, but people that were already like keyed into that type of humor, that were open to those type of discussions, are going to be more like easily swayed by like people trying to claim the reality of these jokes. People acting like, oh, you were making some, like you were saying some slur as a joke. Well, you know that those are actually valid complaints to have about these specific groups. And then it like, you know, devolves from there.
The way that those other two are, like,
it's part of the pipeline, though. It's the same reason people wouldn't say Charlie, Moist Critical, is right wing or like as ideologically fuck out there as like a Nick Fuentes or even Asmongold, right? Like,
and here's the thing: I think that he is on the right track here, but he completely misses the mark because using the example like Charlie. Charlie's a terrible example. Like, it would make more sense to say somebody like I don't even know who's a popular like right-wing streamer that's non-political, like somebody that would be like, because I'd say that Charlie's true for the opposite. I wouldn't say that he's inherently a political content creator, but he's probably more to the left considering the things that he discusses on his streams and on his in his videos. So yeah, Moist Critical is peanuts compared to Asmongold and Nick Fuentes. But he's trying to point out the pipeline. But it's much more flagrant nowadays that there isn't necessarily as big of a pipeline. I don't even know how to like describe it. There's a bigger pipeline, and so there aren't like these creators that are hiding it as much. Los Pollos, that could be a good one. Los Pollos could be a good example, because he's not necessarily political, but he definitely feeds into like the anti-trans, like homophobic kind of comedy, that type of shit. And it's like, you can say that he's not necessarily right wing, and I'm sure he probably is like a conservative of sorts. I don't know who he voted for, but I wouldn't be surprised if he like voted for Trump. But that doesn't make his content necessarily political, and that's kind of the point. Is that they kind of feed into this energy by creating like an environment where they don't necessarily know too much or speak too much on politics, but feed into an atmosphere of ideology.
Yeah, exactly.
He misses the mark by saying holding space for different views. It's fine to hold space for it's fine to not hold space for fascism or racism, etc. But people should have different views. Yeah, people should have different views, and it's okay. The whole thing is you should be able to argue perspective and contend with other people's arguments. You should be able to be like, hey, I don't agree with socialism, I agree with capitalism. And somebody should be like, hey, I don't agree with capitalism, I agree with the socialistic principles. And like, if those are the things that you want to agree with, if you want to be a socialist full force, you're a Marxist, that's your belief, fine. People are going to disagree with you, and it's about finding where we can meet in the middle, because you're never going to get what you want. That's the whole point of living in a democracy. So unless you want some kind of a fascist state, because that is like the one thing we should work against. Because if somebody's saying that like there should be unilateral power held by individuals, like, you've lost the plot. You've absolutely lost the plot. We've moved away from the I was almost going to say necessity. There was never a necessity for monarchs or for, imperialist powers. It was always unnecessary. The only monarchs we need are butterflies. But let's keep it going. This point is just, it's completely pointless. Like, he's making no point. Yeah, having to make sure every single person you watch in any capacity online agrees with every single personal take you have sounds so exhausting. And that's why purity testing in general is just so ridiculous. Because it's not even about like there's always going to be another level. It's always just going to be pushing the moving the goalpost. Like, that's the whole thing. You'll never be able to win, because there's always going to be some aspect that we disagree on, or some way in which you become the other. You know what I mean? It's in what ways can we other you? Oh, you fit. You know what I mean? And that's what Hassan does too, because he's like, oh, you fit a minority class, so I can't other you by pointing out that you're white. So let me figure out what other aspect I can other you. Is like literally the inherent principle of this this thought process.
He holds some space for the people in his audience who might have some differing opinions. He doesn't make it clear, like, I don't want you in my fucking community, like, outright. And I get it. I get the hustle. I did it for a while, but it is a little bit of cope, and I understand why people don't want to take the path that I took, because it breeds a lot of hate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I disagree with Ethan Klein on a lot, but I'm happy he holds space for different views. That's the whole thing, is where you're able to push back, able to have these conversations. And I will say, there are instances of people, like, especially on Reddit, like people within the subreddit, I've seen people having a differing opinion, and then some people do immediately jump to like, oh, you're snark brained, you're just a snarker, oh, this and that. And it's like, those people are, it's like, we need to remember that we can contend with arguments, especially when we have like home field advantage type of thing. If you're sitting on a platform or on like a space that you know you're surrounded by like-minded individuals, you shouldn't come as aggressively at those that are trying to speak out in like different ways. You should be able to hear them out and, again, contend with the critiques appropriately. But here we go. So this is Noah doesn't like discussing Ethan and only used his name to discuss Palestine. So I think this is an interesting just outing of yourself.
Also know what you're saying, like constantly covering every sort of fucking stupid thing that Ethan Klein is up to is tiring, it doesn't feel enjoyable, and you don't want your audience just to be people who are interested in you for that.
Yeah, I see so often like when the line gets crossed from using drama to talk about Palestine to like we're just now trying to be mad at Ethan Klein or whoever else.
You have to understand that using drama to talk... No, honestly, I don't give a fuck that you used Ethan. It's the fact that you used Ethan and lied. You are a hack because you were using internet drama to try and like drum up views to talk about a serious topic. You should just talk about that serious topic and like the people that'll come will come. And sure, you can say that there's not enough happening and maybe do a clickbait title or something like that. But Noah specifically was pushing a specific point about the creators. It was not just to, at that point, it wasn't even just to drum up like some kind of viewership for like this specific topic. You were trying to make a point about Ethan and about creators like him was the like point you were trying to make. Creators like him, again, quote unquote.
Online, and that's where I just like reel back, like I don't want to contribute to that culture, even if it means not posting. And I think that's probably an overcorrection because there have been like good things to come, a lot of good things to come from, you know.
I'm gonna reel back by just not posting. Again, that just proves how much of a hack you are because I'm finding maybe I'm a hack. Maybe that's why I talk about internet drama. There's other things I can talk about. There are other instances of me talking about different things as well. But I mean, maybe I'm a hack too. Who knows? But don't try and act like you're better than anybody else by because you're like, you know what I'm gonna do? Nobody wants to watch my videos, and I can only make videos that are popular when I talk about Ethan. So I'm just not gonna make videos at all. Like again, you're a hack. You are a hack if that's your perspective. You clearly don't care that much about these like issues then. If you're not going to continuously just try and beat it into the heads of the people that aren't listening. I think he's making some really good points. Thanks, iDubbbz. Make V3 a mod and see if she is still shadow banned. Here, let's try it. Making a lot of people mods today. 2 new mods in a day. It's been a couple months, I think. I think that's fine. Let's throw this one in. You're a managing mod now. There we go. Thank you so much. Are you still shadow banned? We'll never know. Yeah, that wouldn't work across every channel. It works. It's a thing across every live chat. That's so odd. You have problems in every live chat. Your account just doesn't show up in every top chat. I mean, so odd. But here we go. This is now Ian loves a good fight, but he wants to move on with his life. I mean, that's probably the smartest thing to do. I've got to be completely honest.
I want to ask you about, because I don't think we've ever spoken, just us two, about the whole obsession from Ethan, basically. Like you alongside Taylor Lorenz and Hassane, like his #1 focus of people.
I want you to just think about the statement that you just made. Oh my God, Ethan Klein's so obsessed with you. It's like you and Hassan and Taylor Lorenz, and like, when does it not become like an obsession? He talks about different people. Yeah, like, of course there are going to be people within the, this sphere that are going to be consistent topics to talk about. I just don't know why people always turn it into that. Oh my God, you're so obsessed. Why are you so obsessed? You sound corny. Like, that's such a corny thing to say. Oh my God, you're so obsessed. You're talking about him right now in a panel that was about Gaza, about Gaza City Mutual Aid. and you brought in iDubbbz to ask him a question about Ethan, but he's the one that's obsessed. And again, I'm obsessed with the drama. It's not like I'm speaking from some pedestal up here, but I think the point stands regardless.
From Ethan, basically. Like you alongside Taylor Lorenz and Hassana, like his number one focus of people who he is kind of obsessed with. And like, how has that really been for you? Because like, yeah, how's that been over the last like year or so?
I mean, I don't like it because I love a good fight. Like, there's a lot that it takes so much willpower for me to not fucking say shit, and I'll work on a new video, not do any of this shit. I want to move on with my life.
Please do.
Like, yeah, that's kind of always been my thing, even with the old content comps. It's like, I don't want to fucking harp on this shit. Yeah. Like, I want to...
I've got to be honest, iDubbbz, it's probably not good for you to use the Eat Up moniker, because that one shooter of the Annunciation School had a gun with Eat Ups written on it. Maybe just stick to the iDubbbz name. I remember I watched the video when the shooting first happened. I watched all like the crazy. That person was definitely just had a mental illness. They thought they were like had a demon inside of them. They did like a whole drawing about them being a demon, but they wrote on one of their gun "Eat-ups" like this. Probably not the best look. I've got to be honest.
Go and do the next thing, and it just felt like it's like less damage overall to everyone involved. But it seems like that's what he wants. So like I just kind of have to, you know, move on with my life, and I'm grateful. I'm very proud of the video. I think the content comp on him has aged well, and I've been very happy at the amount of people I've met through it. Like I don't think I ever, if I just tried to stay in my own little fucking bubble, I don't think I would have met you, Isaac, Taylor Lorenz, Frogan Denims, all these people who are very, very kind.
Yes, it's nice to see the company you keep, you know? This one is, a lot of the things I tried to convey in that video, I feel like were twisted in the worst possible context or meaning. For World Happy Mind. Does that mean, so, are you going to put, like, pass all the buck onto everybody else that it's them trying to spin spin it into some narrative? Or did you maybe poorly articulate the perspectives that you were trying to make in the video? Which I also would disagree with. I think that there was like a motive, a purpose to the things you said in your video. But like, come on. Podcast title is disappointing, to be honest. What is it today? Massive Blake Lively text leak exposes Justin Baldoni. I said Jason. That's how little I'm not following that much, but I'm coming in for the goofs and the gaffs today. Some good times, some good jokes, talking about Balzania. You know. That drama without Olivia? Maybe she's back today. You don't know. You never know. Gotta wait and see. Check it and find out. But Kunzler clip of Cruel World Happy Mind, her saying that it was all just taken out of context. It's all taken out of context.
But a lot of things I was trying to convey in the video, I feel like were twisted in their worst possible context or meaning. But yeah, I do want to say I pulled off something pretty impressive within those past few months, which was going onto a live stream with you, Chris, and completely talking the entire time with you just sitting there in complete silence. I thought that was pretty impressive.
That's not even what happened. Also, this is not what this says at all. What?
Trying to convey in the video, I feel like
that was at the very beginning. She says that. Okay.
But a lot of things I was trying to convey in the video, I feel like were twisted in their worst possible context or meaning. But
that doesn't even make any sense either. The worst possible context. It's twisted in the worst possible context. They looked at the context of what I was saying and they're like, "Oh, it's so bad." Oh my god. I am cruel world, empty mind now. Cruel world, happy mind. My god, cruel. Cruella de Vil. Ultimately, this is my content, and what I am saying is coming from me, and it is not coming from you.
Please everyone. I wanted to sort of like share all perspectives and share, you know, like, okay, give a more nuanced approach instead of just blatantly being like, this is what I think, and like coming out the gate of it because no one's viewing my content. So who cares? This is what I think. It was like, oh, let me share a more nuanced approach where everyone's going to be happy with what I'm saying. And yeah, I think that kind of gave people the audacity to think that all of their opinions could be heard within my content with equal weight. And ultimately, it's like, this is my content, and what I'm saying is coming from me. It's not coming from you. And like, you don't have a right to be like your voice to be heard from my content, I think. And
Is everybody just coming in and out of chat? I don't know why. I don't have slow chat on or anything. People should be able to chat pretty consistently. YouTube just glitching out. I love to research. I love going on Reddit. Me too. I love Reddit. Her defense of the leg tattoo clip was that her editor put it in without her knowledge. Key parts of the video were literally not coming from her. Wait, so she does say that in this? Let me see. Gonna be such a long transcript. It's gonna take forever. Give it a second. Give it a second. Come on. I guess let me just go on to the next one then, and I'll see if I can find the tattoo thing in here. Cruel World Happy Mind. I have to like say it like that. Cruel World Happy Mind tries to portray the criticism of her sourcing snark for the majority of her video as sourcing Reddit in general. And again, I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous in a video. Like in a video, I feel like specifically you should just be linking to timestamps in the video if you want to use, like, using clips from Reddit is bad sourcing in general, because you can quite literally just find like the original source. Sourcing from Reddit is like sourcing from Wikipedia. It's not that it's a bad source, it's just an incomplete source because you are not getting the actual reference. But here, let's see how she actually words this.
To Reddit as well is like, that's another thing when it comes to Reddit as well is like, I used to think that like Reddit, there's a lot of discourse when it comes to Reddit and everything, and like whether Reddit's a healthy place, and that's also been like a huge thing I've gotten a lot of backlash on like the last few months is like, oh, she's on Reddit a lot, like that's not okay. And
again, it's about how you use it. Like there are people on Reddit that are just like finance bros. I guess that isn't too good either. There are some people on Reddit that are just like STEM girlies and STEM fellas that are in there just trying to you know, make some robots and stuff. And they're like, look at my new robot. Look at this new action figure I bought. Those are my favorite subreddits, r/action figures. It's some of the best there. Look at my Cartman. I don't know if he necessarily counts as an action figure, more of a figurine because he doesn't move. But how much do they actually move in the show? I guess he'd need to lift his arms. But they're mostly just standing there. Cruel World Happy Mind thinks her conversation with Ethan was reminiscent of Gamergate. I wonder where she got that from. I wonder who made her think that.
Then the entire narrative shifted where it was like, debate. It was a debate, and I destroyed her in this debate. And it felt very reminiscent of Gamergate and this sort of Ben Shapiro destroys feminist in debate. And so I do think that a lot of those aspects of Gamergate, of like Ben Shapiro destroys dumb feminists, kind of like those things are still popping up. And like if you do think that you're a girly pop feminist, but then you watch like Ethan Klein dunks on dumb, stupid women.
So the truth behind the Cruel World Happy Mind situation. So that's a highlight clip. Confronting Cruel World Happy Mind on her video about me. This one's just called Help. Regarding my debate with Cruel World Happy Mind, which one of these does he call you? Does he call you any names? Because all I can see is your video where you say the fall of H3, how Ethan Klein destroyed his career. What clip or video does he go, he's dunking on stupid feminists? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you trying to create this narrative? Like, that's just... They're always comparing him to Ben Shapiro. I wonder what Ethan and Ben Shapiro actually have in common. I wonder what it is. I don't think that that's necessarily the reason they're doing it, but I do want to point out that that is an interesting point about that. I deserve everything more than everyone ever. I think, yeah, you could say that again. And I think this is the last one. Cruel World Happy Mind used to think Zionists were like MLM Huns, but now she thinks they're like incels. She also says she approached Ethan and the H3 community with kindness and support. The fall of H3, how Ethan Klein destroyed his career. And the beginning of the video is...
Wow, Ethan. You're a fake fucking fan. F you. Get lost. I'm sick of it.
What was supposed to be your comfort podcast, the place you go after a long day, the place you went to relax, turned into a toxic war zone. Where the
this is what you mean? This isn't coming to the community with kindness and support? Because I'm just trying to free you. Oh my God. It's like someone coming to you and being like, you're in an abusive relationship. And you're like, we love each other. We're completely fine. What are you talking about? And they're like, no, you need to listen to me. Oh my God, don't you see how they treat you? Like, it's so odd. My cat left my blinds open. Gonna make people think I'm creeping on them. Warzone? Warzone? Okay, here, I'll put the poll up now, yes, for how late they're going to be today. But let's hear what she actually has to say here.
Thing that I learned, which is like, I wish if I could undo anything, it's like the first time I saw an Instagram story, I would just laugh and move on, you know, kind of thing. Instagram story from Ethan Klein. And that is the reason why is like, I think I approached that sort of subset of Zionists, or I would kind of equate Zionists that are operating online as to also incels and kind of like the incel red pill culture too. I think they operate very similarly from my personal experience. And I think that is...
And this is why it's like this fucking weird reduction of Zionism and like this weird, it's so odd because there is a definition to Zionism. And there's also different ways in which people deal with the views of Zionism and the ways that different people interact with their own Zionistic views, like their own Zionist views. Like those are actual things. But to just equate it to these other random things and be like, it's kind of like incels, it's kind of like this, you're just being so reductive and it's just so pointless. You're being reductive in like the worst way.
Experience, and I think that is, I kind of, at first I thought that they were like the MLM sort of world where they're like sucked into this pyramid scheme. They're well-intended people who wanted to like start their own business, but then they're in this cult and they don't really know it. What's kind of different is, you know, so the people that got sucked into a cult, they're well-intended and they wanted community. They wanted community and they wanted to like have success. And so how...
I love that she talks about all this stuff. Like she understands cult behavior. She's like, oh, if you look at it, cults, this is the way cults behave. You make YouTube videos about MLMs. You do not understand. Well, your first videos are about Goop. Weirdest MLM yet. Like this isn't just like you're making like these were literally like 20-minute videos about MLM drama. Yes, internet scams, but at the end of the day, it is drama. They're scams. They should be caught. They should be caught up. But like, don't act like you're so well versed in all of this because you've researched a couple scams online. I understand cult mentality, cult behavior.
Like maybe you should question that a little bit.
The things that.
Wait, what? Maybe we should question what? Sorry, I went off the hinges a little bit there.
But then you watch like Ethan Klein dunks on dumb stupid women.
Oh, sorry, wrong clip. That's why I was so confused.
what's kind of different is, so the people that got sucked into a cult, they're well-intended and they wanted community. They wanted community and they wanted to like have success. And so how do you get someone like that out of a cult? Well, you give them a sense of community. You give them kindness, you give them support. People that get sucked into the alt-right pipeline, oftentimes they get sucked in by someone like Andrew Tate, who gives them the sense of like masculinity and dominance. And so
Okay, if that's genuinely, because now I understand, that is what she thought this video would be. This video would only work to somebody who's already been unbrainwashed or whatever, they've seen the light. Sorry, how late will the H3 show start today? On time, early, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, poll starting. Sorry, it was sitting there ready to go, I just didn't press start poll. Ha ha, ha ha. But like still, it's just, none of it makes any sense.
And so I actually see Zionists as kind of along the same vein as this sort of incel red pill pipeline. For whatever reason, being kind of in that ideology.
It's all the same. They're all the same here.
So I actually see, and
it's just so crazy to be like Zionists or like MLMs or incels or, and it's all like cults. All of them are just cults. This transcript is not loading for some reason. I think it's because it's so long.
No problem at all.
Let me in. Let me in.
Stop. I'll be right back, man.
What's going on with your mic cover, Ian?
Isaac saw iDubbbz come in and he was like, okay, I can leave now.
Ooh.
What's with this? He's clearly trying to do a PewDiePie thing. iDubbbz is very unoriginal, so he just copies things shittily that he's seen other people do.
There's a famous Formula One race car driver that just...
Is that actually what it is? I always thought he was just doing the PewDiePie thing, but I guess he's copying somebody else, my bad.
Dominated recently. It's like his name is Brandon Sullivan. Lando Norris, that's his name.
I thought he was doing like the PewDiePie chair. I guess PewDiePie's mic was never like this. It was his headphones, huh? It was his headphones and chair. So I thought he was hitting this one.
Sullivan. Lando Norris, that's his name.
Brandon Sullivan. Outrageous.
Yeah, Lando Norris. So it's a Lando Norris inspired mic cover. I did it myself.
Did you make it? Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks nothing like Lando Norris's helmet. It quite literally looks nothing like that. This looks more like the PewDiePie thing. Like this is all just like a bunch of like individual circles and stuff. They don't overlap at all. He has them all overlapping and stuff here. I guess it's just inspired though. It's unofficial.
How you doing?
Good, good.
Yeah?
Just got a workout in.
Nice.
It's
maybe that's why he always looks so greasy. He just got done working out. He's just sweaty. He's like sweating up a storm. Go hop in the shower real quick before you start streaming.
It's very mild here in Canada, and I'm loving it.
Is it not freezing cold?
Not well. I mean, we're vacillating right now. We're in the temperature where it's like it's the sun's coming out, things are melting, then they're refreezing, kind of back and forth.
Which part of
day to
Canada?
day.
Which part of Canada are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
The most northern outpost in Canada, as far from civilization as humanly possible.
Where Santa Claus is.
Yeah, Edmonton, Alberta.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're gonna secede soon, maybe?
No, I looked at the numbers recently. They're not looking good for the seceders.
Really?
Yeah, for the separatists.
And what is he talking about? Fucking Alberta's not even... Alberta still borders the U.S. There's still the Northwest Territories and Nunavut and the Yukon. I was like, yeah, Alberta's not, that's not even close to true.
Yeah, it's like
And where's
it's not
Edmonton?
popular. It's very very astroturfed. There's a lot of people going around waving the flags and trying to like get people excited about it, but it seems like it's like 20.
Edmonton's like fucking southern Alberta. What is he talking about? That's not even northern Alberta. Edmonton isn't even close to Alberta. Or not even close to Alberta. It's not even close to the border up to like the Northwest Territories. What are you talking about? The fuck? Why did he say that? It's because he doesn't go outside that much. He's been in the basement for too long.
20 to 30%.
It's the northernmost biggish city. I get that it's northern, but I'm saying to say it's like the northernmost outpost, I imagine there's probably something, right?
Of Albertans want Albertan independence, but even out of that 20 or 30%, it's like half of them have like a lot of very big conditions that go with it.
Are you in Alberta right now?
Yep.
Oh, cool. I'm in BC. I'm right next to you.
Ah, lucky.
It seems to me like I know a tiny bit about Montreal.
Yeah, Peace River, Slave River, Fort McMurray, Fort Chipewyan. Are these all like is this all tribal land? Is that what it is? I see an airport at Fort McMurray. Maybe he's just being hyperbolic. I guess that's fair. Yeah, Fort McMurray has. I see an airport there. Fort Chipewyan. At the Caribou Mountains, Meander River. I don't know if these rivers mean anything. And I mean, Athabasca. You're from British Columbia. Do you know this guy? Do you know him?
Like Quebec potentially succeeding. At least they had like this vague reason of, I mean, it's still they were colonizers, but still, at least they had this vague.
Yeah, it's like I guess that makes sense. It's the most north like major city. The rest of them are probably like small cities, if anything.
Reason of, you know, oh, we speak French and it's
right, like
totally
culturally very different. Yeah.
Have you visited it?
I visited Montreal before. Yeah.
Yes, a lovely place. I'm a huge fan. Yeah.
Fort McMurray's like tiny. It is a municipality though, and that's all that matters. Items is a liar. Just get really mad at it. Hinge on this one point for the whole time, being like, he's a liar. He can't say anything that's true.
Beautiful. I really like it there. But it's I don't know. It's kind of like at least they have some reason. It seems like in Alberta, I just watched that video of that like strange oil baron type guy talking about why he wants to secede. And it seems just,
yeah, has like a big hat on.
Yeah,
a big, like cowboy hat.
I think he's some kind of friend of Trump in some capacity anyway.
Yeah.
What do you make of life in Canada as compared to the US?
I mean, it hasn't been too different for me because since meeting Anissa, like I've spent like 3 to 6 months in Canada at a time, like every year. So it's the only thing that has changed is because I'm going for my permanent residency, like I will have the Canadian perks of free healthcare.
Healthcare. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not Canadian, you're American, and then you're like trying to become Canadian. I guess Anissa is Canadian.
Yeah, well, we want to start a life here. A lot of Anissa's family is here, and I've been here enough where I'm like, I dig it. I really like Edmonton. I like the people, and I like Canadian culture. You know, so
yeah, the healthcare is nice. Last night, I was actually in the ER last night.
You know what was funny? When they were on the after show, they were talking about, they're on the H3 after show, they were talking about what accent were they talking about? Why am I drawing a complete blank? Is it the Ontario accent, right? It's or Toronto. It's the Toronto accent. What am I talking about? Toronto, because it's Drake, right? Toronto. Drake's from Toronto, right? But they were talking about it, and I don't know if Harley just didn't know this, because Kate brought up that like Wagwan is Jamaican, like pigeon, comes from like pigeon and stuff. And there is just, isn't it because there's like a large Jamaican, there's like a lot of Jamaican migrants that live, or like, you know, Jamaican descendants that live in Toronto. So then it's like, it's just been fed through the culture down like into the school systems and stuff. So then it becomes like, it's more popular with the youth. Toronto and Newfoundland. Hitting that Wagwan. My English teacher here in Portugal was from Toronto. Very cool guy. Does he talk like that? Does he go Wagwan? Wagwan Mandan. Non-Caribbean people speaking that Toronto accent are fakers. Sorry, I read things the way they're spelled. But yeah, I'm the dumb one. Do I even need to continue this? I feel like this is pointless.
For my girlfriend, and honestly, like, Canadian healthcare can kind of get a bad rep for the wait times, but we were in at 8:30 p.m. and we were out at 10:30 p.m. So it was 2 hours. She got a whole bunch of tests, not a single dime. I think she's okay. I think she's all right.
Good.
I personally didn't like my experience of it because I tried to buy Zins, and in Quebec you can only get Zins from a pharmacy. It's fucking insane.
Oh my god, you people and your Zins.
In the UK, I can buy them anywhere.
Yeah. You need a prescription.
Well, I mean, that's just because the vape shops have gone fucking crazy. Do they sell Zens at all the vape shops? Because I just know in the UK, for some reason, I follow UK culture. I have since I was a child. I was big on the Roadmen, you know, big into grime, you know, BGM, all that. And I've learned that there has been an influx of smoke shops. There's a lot of vape shops. There's been like a drop. What was it? There was a drop in something. Was it hospitals? It was something crazy where they had like a huge decrease in one thing, but it also had like it was a decrease in something important, but an increase in vape shops. I forget where I read that. It was something. It was something like that. They're like multiple hospitals, and it's just because they put it in the article together, where it was like multiple hospitals or something along those lines closing, and then talking about all the vape shops that had opened locally. I too like UK culture as a kid. I even did a fake British accent often. There we go. Vape shops everywhere, man. Roadmen. Ugh. That's how I feel.
Prescription for Zins.
You have to
Can
like
you
get a prescription for Zins?
Prescription for like a vape?
No, you can buy vapes there. I just don't.
I know you can get a prescription for a vape. I guess that would make sense then to get a prescription for Zins. Because what do you get what do you get a nicotine prescription for? Nicotine prescription. Nicotine prescription. Sorry, I'm like actually wondering this. I want my vape prescription. To treat tobacco dependence by reducing withdrawal symptoms and craving. I thought there was something else. Prescription strength products such as nasal sprays and inhalers, often higher dosage of or faster delivery than over-the-counter options. Smoking cessation, withdrawal symptoms, continuous delivery. Prescription forms like nasal sprays and inhalers. that really it? It's just to get off. It's just to get off nicotine. Because I've heard of that before. I need my script, Doc. I need my script, please. I started vaping in 2013 to reduce smoking. Well, have you been smoking much since? Sounds like it worked. Now I just do both. I never got into cigarettes or nicotine really. I was always a big cannabis user. And so it kind of I think that's what prevented me. Because then I remember people when I was like a teenager being like, oh, you do that? And then they'd go smoke cigarettes and drink and stuff. And I'm like, you hypocrites. You hypocrites. Guns at the pharmacy? That's really crazy. I love bringing my gun to the pharmacy. What else am I supposed to do in America?
I think it's like a disposable one, but I don't vape.
Could you find ones that were like a certain size? Like they were okay if they're small enough?
No, they only sell really weak, highly regulated.
That's what he just asked, Chris. He said, can you find really weak, small ones? And you said, oh no, I guess he's saying because they are still regulated. Really? You can't just go buy it? You can't pop a Zin? You're gonna get the Mounties on you. They're gonna stop beating up indigenous people for a minute and come and get you. They're gonna pull up on their moose. Sorry to all the Canadians out there. It is the truth, though. You know, it's not like America's any better, but I do want to say that I think people forget about that in Canada sometimes. That there is still, like, terrible treatment of their indigenous peoples. And that's why I was wondering what he was going to say about Canada, but it's good that he just stuck to, like, the culture as, like, socially, kind of more so. The Mounties are coming to mount you.
Zins. I think there are like some kind of workarounds of crossing this or that border, going over to some place, but it's kind of fucking insane just to be denied my Zins because I'm in Canada, you know, an awful, awful place.
Your birthright. You're right.
Yeah. I feel like we have.
I gotta hop off, y'all. I gotta hop off, but enjoy the stream.
Good to see you, Noah.
Good talking to you guys.
Noah. Thanks so much, Noah.
Talk about Canada.
Get out of here, Noah.
Yeah, do you want to tell the chat?
I'll hit you up.
Do you want to tell the chat when your video's gonna be up?
Not really, but maybe by the end of the week, I think. So it should be. I'm like on the final 2 passes of editing. So
nice. Good luck, man.
No promises.
Good
Thanks so much again.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
So I guess we kind of prepped this document sort of thing. Oh, it's weird being like this now.
Oof, my bad.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we kind of prepped this document, but I mean, I've got a lot of questions because obviously I think I've mentioned to you I was like a huge fan when I was young.
We all were.
Like all of my friends, when I tell them like, oh, I've talked to X, Y, and Z, they're always like, oh my god, have you spoken to iDubbbz? And I'm like, yeah, I've spoken to. Because obviously, everyone really remembers you from. I don't know.
These are the people doing purity tests. Like, I swear to God, it's so fucking stupid. The people that loved the N-word, F-word guy. The people that loved the insular, F-slur guy. Like, come on. I'm sorry, that just is completely, like, hilarious. It's always the same people. Because, like, I was a fan of iDubbbz when I was younger. But I also don't try and purity test people because I don't find it necessary. But it's like the irony of that is so hilarious because it shows that it's like this overcorrection. You know what I mean? Oh, I feel bad for the things I did when I was younger, the things that I appreciated when I was younger. So not only am I going to completely like flip back in the other direction, like so aggressively, but I'm going to also try and speak, talk down, let those things kind of be swept under the rug of the actual shitty things I enjoyed when I was younger. Yeah, brogressive is such a good term. These are all brogressives, literally.
No, like, that was such like an odd...
Yes, that was Noah Samson. Noah Samson is trying to change up his looks. He's trying to make sure that he doesn't get caught by Ethan's lawyers. He walks out with a different look each day. That's why he shaved like that, because he gets on a new wig, a new facial hair with glasses. That's why he has such a plain face. It was a plan all along. He literally, I've said this before, Noah Samson quite literally looks like a default character. Like he looks like a default game in like in a Bethesda game. He's one of like the default characters you can pick from. What is it? What would his Skyrim race be? Would he be a Nord? Aren't the Nords really racist in Skyrim? Isn't that like the whole thing?
Thank you. Bye.
So I guess we kind of prepped this document sort of thing. Oh, it's weird being like this now.
Oof, my bad.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So we kind of prepped this document, but I mean, I've got a lot.
Yeah, he'd be a Breton. That's what I was thinking at first, but I was like, I guess they're a bit more swarthy. He's got more light features. But the Breton is it's more unassuming, so possibly.
Lot of questions because obviously I think
he's an Argonian. Oh no!
Mentioned to you, I was like a huge fan when I was young.
We all were.
Like all of my friends, when I tell them like, oh, I've talked to X, Y, and Z, they're always like, oh my god, have you spoken to iDubbbz? And I'm like, yeah, I've spoken to. Because obviously, everyone really remembers you from. I don't know, like that was such like an odd period on YouTube. I think.
That's the golden era of YouTube. The golden
it really
age,
is.
They call it.
But for you, did that feel like a golden era, or was it kind of just doing something that you never liked that much?
No, I liked it a lot. I mean, it was stuff. I mean, I spent a lot of time meeting a lot of very cool people. Expressed a lot of creative juices, and I look back on it fondly, but. It's one of those things where I'm just trying, I'm 30.
I mean, I think everybody should have a love-hate relationship with their past in general, right? You should love the things that you've done, like love the things that you've changed and the things that you've become, the ways that, the things you can appreciate about yourself, about your younger self as well. But you should also hate the aspects of yourself that you've wanted to change, the things that you've wanted to make different. And you should be able to look at your past self and actually assess the differences that have been made.
5 going on 36. And, obviously at some point, some growing up needed to happen. And,
it's so fun because, like, when I was younger, obviously.
And that's such like a cringe response too. Some growing up needed to happen, and it's happened. I heard this so many years ago, and I've said it a lot on chat, on stream, and I do think that this is just true. So many people say this where it's like, you need to grow up. Oh, you need to act like an adult. I heard somebody say once that nobody actually becomes an adult. We're all just trying to pretend and be what we think an adult should be. Everybody just grows up and is trying to figure it out. This idea of maturing is something that happens throughout your entire life. You're going to keep learning new things and keep adapting your ways of thinking and keep even if you don't think that you are, even if you're someone who becomes stuck in their ways, there are ways that you're not even noticing that you are actually changing, and ways that you are, even if it is for the worse, it becomes a bad outcome. It's still changed nonetheless. And this idea of I have grown up, you haven't. And to act like, oh, it took me this long, but it finally happened, shows the level of ignorance to that you truly have.
Everyone I knew really would watch your videos. We really loved you. And it's cool to see that as you've grown up and matured, I've kind of feel like I grew up and matured.
And that's the fucking problem, is then when people like iDubbbz do it, these idiots up here think of the same thing. They think, oh, we've adapted too. We've grown too. And you do get to grow with these people. You do get to change. But what actual change in perspectives are you seeing? Because don't just say that I've grown and adapted. Because I can actually see moments in which being a fan of Ethan actually has like changed my my ways of interacting with the world. Because like I've said before, when I first started watching H3, I was a fan of Leafy is Here. I saw this beef that happened and I was like, oh, let me hear this other side. And hearing it broken down by somebody else, what was going on, I was like, oh, punching down is kind of weird and scummy, and there's like no point to it. And I was able to adapt from there. And then years went by, and then he started having the show with Hassan, and I started feeling weird ways about Hassan. And then they eventually broke off, and trying to intake different political things, I realized I needed to be more informed. So there's that change as well, and I realized that there are things that I needed to, adapt in my actions and in my speech. Watching Ethan apologize for things in the ways that he's acted in the past. These are things I can actually point to in the ways that I've grown. But iDubbbz just says, I've done a lot of growing. I don't say slurs anymore. Like, what is the actual growth that you've made, the ways that you've changed for the better? So odd. Since I work from home, I used to always share what I was illustrating in the captain's chat, but I've been gone a while. So happy to be back with my fave community. So happy to have you back. Thank you for stopping back in. I really do appreciate it. I love all the regular schmegulas. Love all the people that come in here tangentially. It's all appreciated. It's all for the love of the game.
Alongside you, and it's really nice to see that kind of like reflect in your content. But when I like talk to people in real life about iDubbbz, I never hear anything.
What up? Creed is a good band.
Bad. Everybody loves iDubbbz. They're like, oh, this guy's like YouTube royalty. His character transformation was like really.
Here, let me turn it up just a little bit. I feel like that might be a little quiet.
Inspiring and cool as fuck. But then you go onto like weird niche internet places, and people are like mad at seeing the guy mature. Which kind of shows, yeah, it just kind of shows the discrepancy.
That's not what happened. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. I don't watch too much of the Stoic Chronicles. That's a channel that I have watched a few videos from, but I do find like the archival of like lol cows and that kind of energy, A-logging, I think you call it. I do find that whole thing kind of weak. I find it pointless and like an unnecessary like angle to take. But there are times when I've watched certain clips and it's not them saying, oh, we miss when iDubbbz used to say slurs. It's people realizing that iDubbbz was never, it's like he was never shit to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, you thought you were hot shit. We thought you were hot shit. And now you're acting as though what you did before was so terrible. And now you're so much better. Well, what is this better state? And then they're pointing to all of these things that they're like have an issue with, all of these critiques that they think could be made. And the truth is, you are very
stoic.
And you shouldn't forget it. I still can't believe that he said that. You're not stoic. It's just, there aren't too many people that are stoic. And like true stoic philosophy is much deeper than just, I don't show my emotions.
It shows the discrepancy between like real life people and then just people who are kind of like troglodytes on their computer all day.
Honestly, all of these people that think that they're stoics, I'd say most of the time just interact with the world through like a lens of cynicism. If you want to get in like the actual like philosophical like breakdown, that'd probably be what would happen.
But I think it's also clinging to something that doesn't exist anymore, which was sort of an era where, you know, sort of saying and doing anything shock jockey was like really really loved and accepted by like a way bigger audience than it would probably find now. And people growing up, I don't know, this is just my opinion and feel free to weigh in, but like I feel like as in people as they get older cling to nostalgia because they're just sad. They're just not, and I'm not saying like sad, I mean like genuinely sad that you don't get the same satisfaction from YouTube anymore, right? I don't know, that's how I feel.
Totally. I mean, there's a lot of creators who have spoken on this, who have been around for a very long time. Markiplier's one of them. Jacksepticeye. Like these are guys that
yeah, troglodytes on their computer all day, and you're on a 5-hour podcast out of your bedroom. Yeah, it's not a great look. See, it's one of those things. I heard Nicholas Diorio say this, and I thought it was funny because Nicholas Diorio pointed out, because someone said, "Oh, what's the difference between these Redditors versus you?" And Nicholas Diorio said, "Well, I'm getting paid to do this. I'm getting paid to look at all this stuff online." That does, just because you're making money doesn't make you inherently better. We're all just some fucking idiots online looking to, scrape at drama and looking at like little stuff. You might have something insightful that you say here or there, but like if you truly want to make some, have some insight into something, write a book, make an actual documentary. But streaming, I said this before, and I do think it's somewhat true. Streamers are just the jesters of the modern age. We're just here to laugh at. We're here to, even debates. Debates are just, it's blood sport, like Ethan said. None of it's meant to actually sway anybody or change any minds. That'll come like through the individual, but your actual like presentation, it's like, that's why we add things like entertaining elements like humor, or people do sketches or skits, because we understand that somebody could just go read a book if they actually truly want to learn something. And like, obviously I hope to be somewhat insightful, but I also am trying to figure out ways in which I can articulate it into writing. Like actually write a book, whether fictional or non-fictional, start a memoir maybe, who knows? I'll be a clown forever. I don't care. I think about it like this. My peak, what I could hope to be, is to be a more well-established Vermin Supreme. If that makes any sense. I guess it probably doesn't, because it's Vermin Supreme. The Supreme Invasion. That's my president. How is that up on YouTube? What are you doing, Vermin? My God. Clicked away just at the right time. There was no nudity. Pretty close. Come on, Vermin. I'm gonna have to cut that out later. You don't know who Vermin Supreme is? He runs for president. Yeah, he's been running since the 90s. Yep, he wears a boot on his head, and he runs on certain he runs on like positions such as giving every American a free pony. Every US citizen should be given a free pony. That's why he is my president. Oh, we went live? Cool. Well, go check this out on your own if you're truly interested in this insightful conversation between some great minds. A meeting of the minds, truly. It's on No Politics Here, fundraising stream, Gaza City Mutual Aid. I really do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Become a member, because we do have a member stream this Saturday. Yeah, this is Captain Quasar signing off. See you tomorrow, members.